Now, now what happened was the question is if you had a choice to learn 500 songs in less than half a month between now, the deadline is Halloween. After Halloween, I need to get out and play outside as much as possible into New Year's. After New Year's, that's it. Nobody gives any money. The deadline, no engagements. Matter of fact, I just talked to a performer, a percussionist female at the Safeway, and she was saying after New Year's, nothing. No. She said she was working too. She did some engagements, so bands are performing more so now. It's not a lockdown. But the question is, should you learn a whole bunch of songs, or should you learn and should you be familiar with a whole bunch of new songs, a new song list, or should you be familiar with piano techniques, musical techniques, academia, scales, exercises? Should you practice your exercises, scales, patterns, what do they call it in jazz? They call it licks. They call it licks in jazz. All of the techniques. So when you do learn a song, you can learn a song faster. I think you should learn as many songs as you can while you're practicing. In a perfect world, you would learn one song a day and practice scales and exercises all day. Because I guarantee you, with your scales and your exercises, the songs, learning a song, it's not even, you wouldn't even say I'm learning a song. My grandfather told my father that if you can hum a song, that means you already know it. If you can hum a song, you should be able to play it. Especially, I would say, on instruments like saxophone or flutes, where I have to regress here because I played the flute and people think only one note at a time can come out of a flute. A flute can play more than two notes at a time. You can play, what do they call it? Harmonics, like the thing you do on the guitar, like a guitar can do that ringing sound. It's harmonics. Saxophone can play a harmonic. It can play more than one note at the same time. So, but anyway, getting back to what I was saying, I said, but anyway, I'm never supposed to say that. Moving on. When I played the saxophone and the flute, it was a lot easier because I was just playing the melody. I could wing the melody if I knew what key I was in, and I practiced my thirds, my seconds, fourths, and fifths regularly. But you practice all that technique, and then when it comes time to thinking of a song, you can think of a song, you can play the melody right off the top of your head without even thinking. Improvisation, all another story there. That's the chord structure. You follow the chord structure. I say that to say I should be able to, if I'm playing the piano, I should play the melody. I'm learning now to try to figure out what position of the chord, and when I'm playing a melody, what chord position would fall in that each note. I would like to play lock hands. I like lock hands technique where you play the melody per chord. As you're playing the melody, you're playing a chord per note. Lock hand style. Getting back to, for now, push come to shove, if I'm in a situation where I would like to, I don't like to say I need, because I have pretty much what I need here. It'd be nicer to have a lighter keyboard. Let me try this. all these songs in here. If I go outside now and play for a whole day or more than 2 hours, I'm going to see if I can play it for more than 2 hours now. I'm going to go to my spot. Right now, I don't have rush hour, so I'm not working subway rushes. So if I go to a spot now, I would try to put in at least 4 hours. I would get there. That means I have to leave the house an extra hour earlier, 2 extra hours earlier, or 3. And I would sit there and run through a book. My Christmas book. Yesterday I did pretty good on my Christmas songs. That first one was Mary's Little Boy Child. Long time ago in Bethlehem. It's so amazing. My mother sang that song around the house, and I was shocked. She hit that notes. She hit that joint. And then hark the heralds angels sing a new da. And she had a little dance, and she was hitting a Jamaican accent too. Man, I was shocked. I never really understood my mother's skills as a musician and a singer. She was the choir director at our church, the first choir director at our church. I was 2 years old when they marched into that church. And practicing my jazz techniques make these it's a lot easier if you practice technique and academia. When you know your academia, all of this other stuff, things are really opening up to me, as I would say. As God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen, this song always caused me trouble every year. Playing lock hands technique, a chord per melody, chord per note, blah, 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 chord. I'm playing a chord for each melody, blah, 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 chord for each note I play. And knowing your flat 5s and flat 9s, I'm still learning where to put in my 11s, and 6 comes natural, that's, but that song, and I went from Most Wonderful Time of the Year. I didn't even get this one here. What's on the back of here? Winter Wonderland. Jazz chords are really starting to open up with this. Holly Jolly Christmas. It would be nice to go outside and actually practice the songs and learn them outside. I think it would be nice to go right down the street here. And this is I need to go through this one here now that I have it's some jazz stuff, it's some Beethoven stuff in here. I had this book here, so I need to take out the pages in here of the songs that I already have in there, with folks. I need to take some of these stuff out of here, the Beethoven and all that stuff. I need to take it out of this book. But I'm saying, if I went outside, I would have to take all of these books. I would have to take all of these. I remember there was a jazz pianist at Westminster Church. He was called Name That Song, I Can Play It. Play Any Song, Joe. Knew every song, Joe. He carried 2 briefcases. And again, the perfect world. In the perfect world, they sold a music touchpad before the iPad came out. It was a music touchpad. It even had a pedal, could turn the pages, and it was real expensive. It was cheaper than the iPad, I think, but it only did one thing. So what happened was all these books. So now I need to go through these and take out some of the pages. Really, this one here, I need to go through this one and cut this book up to get the best of the both worlds, because I got a little bit of everything here, jazz song. I need to pick the ones like the Beatles, Penny Lane. Or it'd be nice to order the Beatles book too. But there's so many books you need. That's what I'm getting back to the point of knowing your academia, knowing your techniques, where you can do what my grandfather said. If you can hum the song, you can play the song. If you can hum the song, he said you should be able to play it. He didn't say that you could play it. He said you should. If you can hum it, that means you know the melody. And if you're oh man, this is so much. Okay. Now the title of this is Traveling Light. If you see back here, I got my keyboard back here. And what happened was trying to shave off every bit of poundage. Your keyboard stand weighs a lot. This is the lightest keyboard stand that I have. Right? So I was thinking about if I was going to play down the street, I was going to leave it on the stand and just roll it down the street. I need to put some super glue in this hole here too, because I don't have any metal. I'm not using a stud thing here, so I'm going to fill this hole up with super glue. So when I get out there, it'll be a little bit more enforcement, stability. So everybody, this is what this family needs. Some more. We need some stability. Remember that from Color Purple. Okay, what I'm going to have to do here with this, I'm going to have to take the stand off, put it inside the gig bag, because I told you when I perform, I leave the keyboard in the gig bag. All this stuff I'm telling you, this is secrets. Like I said, pretty soon I'm not going to tell nobody nothing. I ain't going to give up no more information. I'm going to save it for the book. But for now, since I am getting regular people, I get like 4 regular people that's been watching. Because as soon as I sign off, I always see 4 people. I'm going to have this in the gig bag. So when I flip it open, I have my sign right here. You flip it open, you have all your information right here, where to go, Venmo, Cash App, and what social media to follow you on. That's a whole nother story too. I'm going to probably end up hiring somebody, a social media producer. So I'm going to put it inside the gig bag and drill holes, put holes in it, so when I put the stand on here, I can just leave it in the gig bag. This gig bag is for a lighter. Now, if I can go out here, have another keyboard. It's coming down to the wire. Right now, people are almost getting ready in a giving mood. As Halloween comes up, people want to be giving away money like it's a virus. They're gonna be giving away money like it's a viral germ. I started to say something about it. But my mama told me, if you can't say something nice about somebody, don't say nothing at all. So I can't say anything at all about. See this, when I take this off, now this one has a stud in it. You know what? I need to go to a hardware store. I need to go out anyway. I need to go to the hardware store and get a stud thing to. I do have an extra one. And I do have another one of these. This one has a little stud in it. Come on, piano, don't fall. So it's steady. See, this one's already in there. That came from the factory like that. That came from the factory like that. It's got a little metal thing in there. Oh, I'm bending this here. Let me take this off here while I'm here. Because It's, I don't want to put any pressure on that. But this is a very light keyboard stand. And the keyboard here is heavier than I would like it to be. I think the technology may be available for better action for a lighter weight with that Roland. I think I want to get the Roland RD88, and I think it's got a lot of stuff on it. It's really lightweight. See, this is very light opposed to a regular keyboard stand. I don't see a keyboard that I have handy. Oh, this is a Korg D1. You know what? They really dropped the price on this thing. I was going to sell this for $500. For $170, it said 169. With 170, it's going to be 181 or something like that. It's going to be almost 600. It's almost $700. Almost $700. And I was going to sell it for $5. So, and I was going to play the virtual instruments on there because this piano's okay, but it's not compared to the hammer action and the virtual instruments and the real piano. This is bare bones. That's a whole nother thing there, but let me get busy. So the goal is now to go out and try to make enough money ASAP. See how long it's going to take me to get the this Roland DR88. There we go. And this is so light. That would be a load off my mind. You know, when you're outside playing too, all of that stuff, lugging stuff, picking up weight, you know, being able to roll down the street lightly, it takes pressure off the playing. But the hammer action, that takes pressure off it too, all of the stuff. You know, and also too, now that I have, my friend told me I roped off the area with the, last time I was out, I roped off the area around me with that police tape. I found some. I need to order some because it's kind of wearing out. But it made a big difference, making a big circle around me. People did respect that circle. And now I have my little face shield. And let me go. This is a long thing. Let me go sign off. I'll put this on 18 minutes. But it was all important stuff here. All important. See how long it's going to be before I can get enough money to purchase this. But if my buddy still wants to buy the keyboard for $500, I can put that right on there, and that'll be a little bit of. The thing is, I don't want to hurt my survival. You know, hurt my bank account too much. But right now, I know I can make $200 a week. I should be able to. I should make more than that if I should start going out. Let me get out of here. I'm out. Peace and hair grease. See ya.